Institute of Global Professional IGP. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us till the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker, today I am your host for the evening. My name is Bathum Dashan from Bangladesh, dear Knowledge Seeker. I am proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is Social and ISRFI International Educational and Training Institute. In last years, we already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus profession and 4,500 plus organization. Institute of Global Professional is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. We serve student and community resource providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective in case one skill just backward in formal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate proficient generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, national, international to student, job seeker, job holder, and also for learners, the respective campus location and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminar courses, award, quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free, like create own portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and one knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge which can update all day. Kids learning a website, free course, convert sites, and many more. We help empower youth to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program, webinar, and offline online courses for youth learner by professional trainer, speaker, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by global engineer professional to develop all kind of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personality. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professional. We believe that knowledge is love, light, and vision. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and we serve them with research and practice method. We must have a genuine concept for the learner to represent more diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead a session with professionalism, passion, and integrity. As a member are committed to offering effective best quality service and continual improvement so that individuals who seek information can improve their skill level and hello. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. The support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind don't forget to share, tag, and comment box. The support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next, with your continuous support. You already completed 2023 webinar successfully. Moving to the next, with your continuous support. We already completed 2023 webinar successfully. Dear IGP speaker, participant, and well-wisher, at this moment, this is very important message for you all. We change and design our website, www.eduigp.com. On this website, we have surprise for everyone. Hope you will be benefited. We already launched our new website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account or login, you cannot enjoy our service. So create your account from us with profile information. Note that with profile information, you'll enjoy feature with mismatch that you cannot do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition on our website. We replace that. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all of our previous webinars with verified certificate. Now it's easier and time limited because after the session, we will not provide you any code for certification. You have to take part in one exam. After that, if you pass, you will receive your certificate, otherwise not. But you can take part in an exam unlimited till you pass. If you're an IGP speaker, you can download all your previous certificate, speakership certificate. If you're a host of IGP, you can download the certificate of gratitude. If you're an online live quiz competition winner, you can download a certificate of participation. If you're selected for a lifetime membership, then you can download a certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participated in an award function which organized government support with IGP, you can download that also. You can instantly prepare and download 18 tips certificate from our website within a minute. Certificate of Global Professional Membership, Certificate of Global Influence in the Pandemic, Certificate of Active Knowledge, Certificate of Social Activities in the Pandemic, Certificate of Achievement, IGP Knowledge Engagement 2020, 2021, and 2022, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 1, Authentic Assessment in Teaching and Learning, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 2, Teaching with Foreign Language and Assessment. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 3, Digital Classroom Engagement 2, Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 4, The New Trend in Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 5, Upskill Social Leadership and Manager Skills. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 6, Trend and Innovation in Mathematics Education. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 7, Research and Comprehension Approach. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 8, Art in Teaching Special Program in the Arts. Certificate of Participation Webinar Series 9, 21st Century Student Teaching Mathematics. Certificate of IGP Corporate Ambassador. Certificate of IGP Campus Ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1,000 plus international level quiz with verified certificate. Teaching tips for teacher, health tips for parents, and tips for teens, verification tools for teacher. You can join IGP Alumni. You can check out our premium services website for free and many more. Dear IGP well-wisher, we promised previously, but lack of technical problem, we're late sending you on time. This is a great opportunity to collect your previous condition, solve all issues from our website. Now you can enroll, reset password, everything. You can check your report for all of the details. Is it cordial request to check our button and pages on our website? Share, like, and sell, you'll be benefited. Thank you, but note that without an account logged in, you cannot enjoy our services. At present, we are going to start our 2023 webinar, which name is Planning and Opening and Preschool. And today our speaker ma'am name is Mrs. Jasvinder Shetty. She is from India. Before I hand over the stage to our speaker ma'am, wants to share a very little bit about her CEO, Just Learn Minds Private Limited. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with her presentation. Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Very good evening, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank Institute of Global Professionals who has given me this opportunity once again to interact with the audience and update them with something new, a new topic which I think is very, very important because it is a success which I would say personally as well as professionally. So it adds on to their endeavor, uh, their personality as well as their profession. So this is something a new school, like planning for a new school. Is my screen visible?
No, ma'am. Please share your screen.
Once, just a minute. So I was telling that this is very, very important. A preschool, someone who is interested in opening a preschool, it becomes more important that the reason to why somebody is opening a preschool and what is the benefit or what is preschool all about. It's all very, very important. So when we talk about preschools, it means that we the person
Screen.
yes, is the screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. But it's not a full screen.
Okay,
Please make it full screen.
okay. All right, thank you. So I was telling that in a preschool, the planning and opening, when we plan and open or we want to open a preschool, we should know that a preschool is a school for kids from the age of 3 onwards, where we can call it as a kindergarten school too. And as per the new NEP 2020, they are known to be as preschools. Earlier, they were not part of the regular school, but now they have become a part of the regular school also. So earlier there was no check and anybody could come and open a preschool, but now certain important things, certain licensing is very, very important if you want to go for a preschool. Now before I proceed further, I would just want that this preschool is very important. Why it is important? Because kids in their infant stage, when they just begin their schooling, we have to be very conscious about it that we are laying their foundation. Now, meaning that laying their foundation is why it is so said, because the brain development of a child or a human body from the age of 0 to 7, 6, 7 years, it is almost 85 to 95% of brain takes place. Now when the brain is growing so fast, this means that the child is able to he or she is able to acquire any kind of knowledge, any kind of information, and the child is very observant at that particular of time. So we need to be very cautious whether it is the family, whether it is the school, that when kids are coming to you, we need to have a check on their behavioral patterns, we need to have a check on their habits, we need to have a check on their academics or teachings or the skills what we are to impart in a preschool. So whenever we have this in mind, we have to take into the focus that whenever we are planning for a preschool, we should know that what what is the kind, what is the education sector in India, and how is the system, how is it working. So it's in Indian system, which is considered to be as one of the largest system in the world. We have two segments. One is the core segment and the other one is non-core segment. As just now, as I have just mentioned, that in core segment there are schools which may be higher schools or senior secondary schools, but non-core segment was is considered to be as preschools, coaching classes, vocational training, etc. Now, preschool prior to NEP 2020, it was considered to be a non-core segment, but nowadays it has also become a part of the core segment of education system in India. So, whatever I will be talking today, it will be referring mostly to the Indian education system. So when we say that when we want to plan, we need to focus that what is the market size of this preschool education system. So in totality, the education market in India, I'm talking about 2015-16 until now. If you see the curve, if you just know that it there is a rise in 15%. Every year 15% of the market there is a boom. So the preschool market, if we will be talking, we it was almost 13,300 crores in 15-16, which branded preschool expected to contribute about 4,500 crores. But in now, if I talk about 2020, we will we I just want to inform you that the Indian education market was worth approximately 117.3 billion dollars. This is the data which I have got for 2020, and for 2025 it is the projected market would be somewhere worth 225 billion, 225 billion dollars. So you see that there is a large scope for preschool market all across the India. People have, even the NEP 2020 has taken into consideration that it has to be brought into one pattern, because in preschools what was happening in India was that somebody was opening a Montessori school, somebody was opening their own school, and the curriculum, there was no fixed curriculum for that. But now, coming under the regular schools, proper curriculum is to be followed. But when you see that what are the, I have said you that there were standalone schools, there were branded schools. For example, the fastest growing school is just Lark Kids, Kidsy, Euro Kids, Hello Kids, Sunshine. You might have gone through n number of names in the market which are present. So, but it is very important that if for a non-branded preschool, what this, there is simple requirement, that is they need some uh, because most of the schools are opened, preschools are opened in a house kind of thing. What is required is the furniture and the fixtures and the staff. And what they do is that they implement the infrastructure as per their norms, as per what is their ideology. They will be opening those kind of schools. But when I say that you, when somebody needs to understand, or somebody wants that they want to open a preschool, when they must have a vision, and prior to that they must research, and they must research, and they must uh, follow certain steps. I would say that 9 steps for opening a preschool is very very mandate. So number one, I would say that research and market analysis is very important. Just now I just mentioned you that there are lot many schools in crores, in billions now. Schools have been opened and are in the process of opening, because the projected data, it says that it would be 225 point something billion dollars of market would be there. So if huge market is there, that means that there is a potential that people who are interested into education sector, they must, uh, it is good that they go for a opening of a preschool. But opening a preschool, just having an idea that they want to open, is not suffice. They need to do certain research. And when we say that they need to do a research, that means that the person, he or she should be able to analyze that market. Now, understanding the potential of the customers, that where they are going to open the school, and they need to assess that what is the competition. In case they open a school, they would be facing the competition with whom, and what would be the right location for opening a school, so that they get number of students, and the person or the team which opens the school becomes successful. So for that, the first, even when you do a research, number one is that you should know the your target demography. What kind of people are there, what kind of customers they will be targeting. And they need to consider the age groups, that in, because in preschools the child would enter with the age of 3 years. So, as per CBSE, the age which the child needs to do their schooling in a preschool, that is from 3 years. 3 years, if the child is taking an admission, so the age group in that area or in that locality, I would say that there must be children from 2 to 6 years of age. And they need to research that whether they open a school, because preschool is normally successful in a residential area, because the children are so small, the kids, that the parents are reluctant to send them far off places because of the security reasons. So the age group, which is very important, that when you survey, you need to find out that how many and what age group children are available in that locality. Second point is that income level of the people residing in that locality where you are planning to open a school. What is the income level of the families you choose from where the children will come and take admissions, and whether they are compatible to your fee structure. Will they be able to afford? Because somebody opening a school in a city or somebody opening a school in a village, their affordability will definitely be different. And then is the cultural preferences. So you also need to understand the cultural diversity present in that locality. So wherever you open a school, you also need to see that that might affect the preferences of the parents. So once you have planned, you will have to do the research. And then when you are doing the research, it is very important that the educational value is also to be considered. So you need to find out that the parents in that area which you are expecting to open a preschool, are they, do they value education, or curriculum which you will be utilizing, or the extracurricular activities which you would be doing, certain sports activities you will doing, and the values which are being followed in that society, that is again very very important. Along with this, when you are researching, you also have to understand the scout. You need to scout the competition, that what other, whether there are some branded schools or there are non branded schools, how many schools are present there at that particular time. You need to identify that you are doing a competition, or you will be competing with whom, and what is their USP, what is their unique selling price, what is their selling point. So when you know that, and then accordingly you can determine your USP of your preschool. So which is very very important, that in that vicinity where where people want to admit their what's in your school, what is their ideology, and what unique selling points are there of other schools, and what you need to add, and so that you'll be able to satisfy the parents. So prior opening to a preschool, and to be successful, it is very important that you meet certain parents of that particular locality, take their feedback, and provide a qualified staff and those facilities which is required by the parents. Then pricing strategies again very important. You should able to understand the paying capacity of the parent in that locality where you're opening it, or you have given a proposal that you think that here you want to open it. You need to compare the fees structure of yours, what you are proposing, and the fee structure which is being implemented in that locality. Quality assessment is again very important. Unless and until you don't do the quality assessment, you will not be able to give better assessment. And why will children come to you, or why would parents admit their wards to your new school, unless and until you are giving some quality better than the existing schools. So it becomes very important for anybody that they understand that what is the quality being delivered in the already existing schools, and what you need to give it to them. You also need to understand what is the preferences of the parents, and what is their need or what is their demand. When I say this, I mean what is the need or what is the demand of the parents in terms of the operating hours. Your school would be 5 hours school, 6 hours school, 3 hours school, 4 hours school. What would be the operating hours? Because normally in preschools the school is only of 3 to 4 hours, or 3.5 to 4 hours, but not exceeding 4 hours. But in localities where parents are working, both the parent is working, in that case what happens is the demand of the parent would be that they want to they want to send their ward to a school, at least where the it is day boarding, and the school can take care till the parents return back home. So that need of the operating hour is again very very important. And extracurricular activity, because you must understand that in today's scenario the skill development has become very important. So even as a grown up, when you go in teaching professions, when you go to a school, and when you are interviewed as per your subject, as per your expertise, the question which is asked to you at the end, that all right, along with the academics, what else you think you are good at? So in that case, you may say that you are good in singing, you are good in dance, you are good in storytelling, etc., which would mean that that additional value is something which is very important in today's scenario. So if you have something extra, that you will be delivering it to the kids. So I would say that extracurricular activities are very important. So you need to determine if the parents are interested in those activities, as I said, music, painting, sports, drawing, and then you need to make it the part of the curriculum. Very important for a child. As I said, the brain development is very fast. We need to focus in a preschool is the communication skills. The more the child is able to speak and communicate, uh, the more understanding level would be uh, would increase of a child. So it is very very important that the communication of in a preschool should be there. So parents prefer to stay in touch with the preschools, though through emails, apps, and in personal meetings also. So it is very important that we need to understand the need of the parent and what is their preferences. So we need to take care of all these points. So second is the business proposal. Now when, because uh, when we are opening a preschool, at that particular time, creating a comprehensive business plan is very important. So why it is important? Because that plan is going to ensure whether we are going to be, or the person who is going to open a preschool would be successful, or how, what are the steps, and from where the funding will come, so that he should make arrangements for those finances, so that he becomes successful. What would be the breakdown key components for a business plan? That is very very important. Then the executive summary should be prepared, that uh, while you are making an overview of a preschool, that how you will be able to uh, process all these steps when you are opening a preschool, how you will come. You have to make a elevator pitch. Elevator pitch will give you a glimpse that what is the finance involved it, what is the area, what are the competitive people around you, what facilities they are giving, and you will also think that how much money you will involve, what steps money involvement is, finance involvement is there, at what stage, and at the end how will you be, how you, that will become a successful business proposal, and what you will get in return out of it. So all these points, all these steps, this summary has to be prepared. By what name of the school would you give, what location it would be, what would be the mission, what would be the vision of that school. For example, in Jaslar Kids, we have that whenever we are giving a vision or a mission, that statement doesn't need to be very long. It has to be very, very crisp, and it has to be to the point, and it should be able to define a long term goal of any school which is somebody is planning to. For example, over here in Jaslar Kids, we have, with the world changing constantly, Jaslar prepares students to adapt and excel through an inspiring and challenging environment. Jaslar aims at the student's holistic development in the most exciting way. And what is the mission? Mission is something which is short term goal. So just like school aims to create a dynamic future generation that can imagine and innovate their own revolutions. So why it is like that? Because it says so many things in it. We believe that in preschool especially, that we need to focus on the holistic development. When we say the holistic development, it means that we need to focus on the academic knowledge delivery, we need to focus on the uh, skill development of a child, we need to focus on the value inculcation. Why all these things are important? Because at the end, our purpose should be to create good human beings. And in the prior I just mentioned that the brain grows so fast that whatever you are teaching to the student at this particular age, that becomes permanent. If certain habits are being inculcated within a child, if some behavior is being inculcated within a child, the child will carry forward that habit or behavior throughout their life, because it will have permanent impressions in their brain. So whenever we are focusing on that vision or mission of any school, I think it is then that certain steps should be taken uh, to achieve those vision which is long term, and mission which is a short term goal in the development of a child. We say that preschool is a foundational stage or a foundational school, because this, whatever you are going to teach to the child at this particular age, the child will carry it throughout his life. So it's very important that we focus at this particular point. Market analysis, I have already talked about it, that in when we are making a proposal or whenever we are having a business, when making a plan, market analysis is very very important. We need to focus on the demography, and we need to have the assessment of the competitors which are already present in that locality. Curriculum and educational approach, which is again very important, that we need to fix that what curriculum will be we teaching. It is not that you open a school and then you start thinking over it. This is again one step again, that you have to find out that what curriculum you will be doing, what educational approach you would be working on. So once the curriculum is there, you must have subject wise outline, subjects covered. You must have an outline of the subject which would be covered, your pedagogy, or in other words, I would say, what would be the teaching methodology of the students in your school, which you will be using, what would be any unique educational philosophy or an approach that you would be following in your school, and that you have to explain the curriculum, supporters, children's development and learning, how it would be done. Suppose you are saying that we are talking about the pedagogy or the methodology of teaching the children in a preschool. At that time we normally say that it would be activity based, it would be instructional. So or in other words, we can say in a preschool it has to be hands on learning experience. The children would be learning through doing. And when you implement this learning by doing, that will have a permanent, because anything you learn, if you are learning by doing it, you will understand, there would be a conceptual knowledge, and the child would understand it for a longer period. He would retain that knowledge for a longer period in his life. So it becomes very important that what methodology you are going to use. Location and facilities is another part, that uh, which location you are opening, what facilities you will be giving, the design of facilities. You have to ensure the safety and security of the child, their health, and the nurturing environment which you would be giving to the child is again very very important. In today's scenario, we you will listen to many of the people who are running schools or who want to run schools. They always say that we need to nurture children as per their interests and potential. Gone are the days when we used to open a school maybe in a room or two, and then we used to start with 10, 20, or 40, 50 children sitting in just one classroom. Now the schools are considered to be a business. I'm very sorry to say this, but it's a fact that schools are also considered to be a business. When you say that it's a business, then the individual attention becomes more important over here, and every parent wants that personalized attention for their child, so that the child is groomed and nurtured in a proper way in a school. So the marketing and then your sales strategy, what would that be, is again very important. So how are you going to attract the parents, how are you going to enroll students, how are you going to admit your students, what are you going to take, what are the steps you're going to take, so that there is a footfall, more of the footfall in your school when you open the school, so that people understand your philosophy, people understand your pedagogies, people understand that what benefit you are going to give, and only then a positive reputation would be built in the community. And it is definite that once the positive uh, feedback is gone into the market, positive reputation has been built of the school in the market, it is but natural that the school would be successful. Highlighting any unique marketing approaches when you plan to employ, that is very very important. Financial projections are again very important while you plan, you have a business plan, because whenever we say use a term business, it means that we are talking about the profits. So nobody starts a business for loss. So this is very important, that whenever we uh, are making that plan, business plan or business proposal, financial projections are very very important, which includes income statements, balance sheets, cash flow statements. All these things are very important. What is the breakdown of startup cost? Monthly expenses would be there. What would be the revenue forecast? At least for first 3 years you have to do that forecast, because only then the things would be operational, and it would uh, become a successful, and it would define your pricing strategy and the details how you intend to achieve that profitability over the time. So funding requirements are again very important, that how would you fund, what would you spend that money on. Would you seek some investors, you are going to secure loan, or you applying for some kind of grant for your financial needs. When we are planning all these things, it becomes very very important that we need to uh, foresee the research risk factors, because when we do certain business, there is all, no business is done without taking a risk. So those risk analysis has to be done. And the if you are a proactive person, or your mind, you are a person with a mindset who is proactive, you will definitely focus on the risk factors. You will analyze that what are the risk factors, and you will uh, consider them, and you will take certain adequate steps so that you don't face any problems. Then legal structure and registration. As I said, after NEP 2020 has come up, it is important that we need to follow the legal structure and registrations. So when what is that? For this purpose, I would say that if you do not know all these things, you can definitely connect with the experts at Just Lark Minds Private Limited, and you would ensure proper registrations and compilations or compliance of the government regulations. So our experts at Just Lark Minds Private Limited are doing this and helping people while they are opening the preschools. So business registrations is very important, because here the earlier what it was, sometimes you were opening a school and you were registering it as a sole partnership or sole proprietorship. Then in partnership also people were opening preschools. It would be in the form of a private limited company, which would be a single owned company, single person owned company, or it could be a company with more partners, more directors, and and they ensure to meet all the legal requirements. So this is very important, and in case of any kind of help which is required as far as business registrations is concerned, just people at Just Lark Minds Private Limited are there to support you. You can anytime contact them. Then there is GST registration is again very important, because if your preschool annual turnover exceeds the GST threshold limit, which varies state to state, in that case you must register for your goods and service taxes. But I would also mention that GST is a crucial for tax compliance and allows you to claim the input tax credits and expenses related to your preschool. Trademark registration is again very important. When we say that trademark registration, at that particular point, your logo, your brand identity is essential to protect your intellectual property. So whatever you are developing for your kids, your lesson plans, your content, anything, now it is very important that you register them. So once you have registered your trademark, that nobody else can claim it or use it, that becomes your copyright. So now when you are doing it, you are going for a business of a preschool, it becomes more important, because if it is a, you are opening a branded school, then there is no need. But if it is that you are doing a standalone school, it's your own school, then it becomes significant and it becomes mandatory. It is a suggestion that you register your trademark. Approval from the state education department is again very, very important. Approvals and recognitions from the state education department is important nowadays to run a preschool and have its own set of regulations governing preschools, which again, uh, we at just lark minds are there to support you. Location and infrastructure is again very, very important. In the beginning only, I just mentioned that the location and infrastructure important, because where you are opening a preschool, it is that you need to make a survey, and you have to also consider that wherever you are opening, you have students there, and what kind of people would be approaching you, with what financial status they are having. So when you are planning to open, it has to be a careful planning to ensure that the environment is safe, conducive to learning, and compliant with all necessary regulations, which is very, very important. So location selection, when we do the location selection, the demographic analysis is very important. When I say demographic analysis, that means the area where you intend to open a preschool, it has to be safe. It What is the population of young children from the age of 2 to 6 years, which is very important. What kind of people are there, you're going to, what kind of vicinity to gauge the demand of your preschool services. What is the accessibility, the location where you are, whether the parents would be coming to leave the children there, or some conveyance is required. So what is the accessibility to your school from the locality from where the students would be coming to your school, and how would they come? Is there a major road there? Is public transportation options available there, or school is to provide transportation facility, or the parent is to drop the children? All these accessibility uh, plans are to be made and taken into consideration. Safety is again very, very important of a child. Nothing more is important else. Safety and security of a child should is at the priority basis we need to focus at. So the location, wherever you open or you plan to open a preschool, that safety of a child should be ensured, and the area should be free from all kind of hazards, such as industrial zones or high crime areas. Then zoning regulations is very important, because wherever you open, you think that the school is to be opened at that particular place, that zoning regulations, and verify that choosing location is zoned for educational purposes or not. You need to have necessary permits, license, approvals to operate the preschool. Now, when we talk about infrastructure, it is again very important that infrastructure too needs a planning. So, what would be the facility size? What rooms? What would be the age group you are planning that you will be giving service to? Then, what would be the space of the classroom where the children would be taught? What would be how many classrooms you would require? What would be the retiring room, or I would say what would be the restroom for the children, what how many administrative rooms you require, activity room is required, infirmary is required. So when you are what else ground is required, so that indoor and outdoor uh, games are given to the children. So layout and design is again very, very important, that which promotes safety and efficient use of the space. So consider open, well lit areas with ample room for activities both indoor and outdoor. Child friendly designs, whatever colors we are making use of, whatever paintings we are drawing, or whatever facilities we are giving to the children, it has to be child friendly. Second is the, I would say, that which is very important is the furniture design. The size of the furniture should be age appropriate. It must not have sharp edges. The edges of the table should be properly curved, because children are so observant, they are so naughty, they are so mischievous sometimes, that they can get hurt. So whenever we are planning the safety of the students, it the furniture should be safe, and the classrooms and the atmosphere should be very very stimulating and inviting them, so that they are ready to learn. The teacher may not be able to waste their energies, but if it is such a friendly kind of space you are giving to the children, they would be self motivated to learn. Safety measures, as I have already mentioned, that child proofing, secure entry exit points, appropriate fire safety equipments, all these things are mandate now for the children, so that their safety is ensured. Hygiene facilities are very important. Proper hand washing, washrooms, they should be designed for the children. And promoting of the hygiene and cleanliness is again very important. Proper supervision should be taken care of. Outplay area should be again safe. It should be well maintained, equipped with age appropriate play structures and equipment. So again, the educational material and resources are also part of infrastructure which is used for the children to use. So curriculum supplies like books, art supplies, learning games, teaching aids, and align with the which are aligned to the curriculum you have proposed to. Then the technology. Technology is something which is playing a vital role in education from the preschool level, from nursery to, I would say, higher grades. So it technology is something which is very important. So you have to ensure that whether you are using interactive boards, whether you're using tablets, what is your educational approach, and if it aligns with your curriculum and your philosophy, you need to check that. Then storage is again important, that you should have ample of storage place where the equipments, whether the technological or the learning tools, learning aids, whatever equipments need to be stored, uh, whether they are being stored properly or not. Personal belongings, keeping the classrooms neat and clean, clutter free and organized. It is only possible when you have proper storage. Then I would say that the compliance and regulation is again very very important part. So we need to have permits and license, health sanitation program, sustainability is again one part where we need to take care of. So when we say sustainability, this means that whatever practices in our school is there in the infrastructure, that needs to be sustained for a longer period, such as energy efficient lightning, heating and cooling systems, as well as they need to be eco-friendly. Building materials should be utilized. Similarly, the location and the whole infrastructure should be safe. It should be stimulating and essential to establishment of a successful preschool. Now, when I talk about the curriculum development, which is very, very important in India, I said that the preschool business in India that aligns with early childhood education. This has become a mandate nowadays for preschools, that we are following early childhood education system, and where the security and the holistic development of the children, they are focused. Because earlier we were only focusing on the cognitive skills, cognitive domain of the children, but nowadays where we are focusing on the cognitive, at the same time affective and psychomotor domains are also taken into consideration, because it has been proved that the education system should be not only for the head but for heart and hand also. I mean, for emotionally also you need to make the child strong, as well as uh, the use of the body should also be there, so that at the later stage, uh, in the preschool, I would say that the children, as I said, that they would learn from doing. So maximum body usage should be made, so that they learn, they have an experience will result into habit, and habit would, I would say, result into the learning. So this is a way, this is a process which I recommend that one should focus at. So when the curriculum is there, I said that early childhood education standards in India is being followed up, and it is like continuous research is going on, and then understanding of the childhood education standards and guidelines in India is again mandate if you really want to open a school in India. So it, we need to review government regulations, state specific guidelines, and guidelines from the educational boards, which are which are mandate. So as I already mentioned, that CBSE and NCRT are examples who are very actively participating in this kind of which are giving the curriculum, and they are like they want that everything has to be in a system, and they are mainly focusing, and it has become most importantly familiarized uh, for the people who are into preschool education. So I would say that they need to determine their goals too. So once you determine their goals, you will come to know that what age group you are looking for. People you are looking for to admit them in your school, and then what development you are focusing at, and what educational framework or curriculum framework you will be applying. Earlier there were schools which were focusing on the, as I said, Montessori was being taken into Reggio Emilia, Waldorf, and play-based approaches were given. But now the blend in the curriculum, the blend of all or multiple frameworks is to be catered. It is not only one type of style, but different types of learning styles, and the need of the student is to be focused. So when you research your area where you are looking for your preschool to be opened, you can definitely put it or mention that yours is a blended of multiple framework pedagogy. So plan appropriate activities is again important, as I said that earlier it was only the cognitive, but now there is a mixture of balanced mixed activities which would stimulate your cognitive growth. I mean, for that, maths, language, and science activities should be focused. Nurture social skills. When we say that nurture social skill, it means that the group activities, activities which are done in collaboration in a teamwork is to be encouraged. Emotional development, storytelling, and art therapy is the best example for that. And enhance physical well-being of a child, for that outdoor and yoga activities are the best. So you, when you are planning for a school, you should keep these things in mind, that the holistic development would, what does that mean, and how you would cater to it. Now the whatever is your vision, whatever you have planned, the faculty you choose to carry forward your vision is very important. Now there is no, you don't have a choice. Sometimes in a area where you open, you think that this is a good place to open a preschool. In that case, or even if you get good faculty members, they must be qualified, they must have uh, they must be professionally qualified to teach the preschool or kindergarten children. So when they have that, they will have that mindset, and to sustain that, somebody who is going to follow your vision and build up the strong foundation of the child, you need to train your teachers, your faculty members, because unless and until you don't train your teachers, you don't tell. I mean, I always believe that human beings are not gods, that they will come to know what is in your mind. So you will have to train them, you will have to tell them that what is the vision, what is the mission, and that has to be put in the school, so that uh, they have a glimpse, they are known to it, and it is only the training, after training, observing, and then after observation again telling them what are the gap areas, and then you that continuous professional development opportunity should be given to the teachers. A proper check should be there, they must be evaluated and guided, so that a continuous improvement is marked, and the vision as well as the mission is achieved in a particular time span or years which we have focused. So whenever the continuous improvement is there, it is only when you give a feedback to the teachers, and then research work goes on, and changing educational standards leads to it. So stay up to date with the latest development in early childhood education. That is one way how you can keep a check on the curriculum development. So the next is the marketing and promotion, which is very important. You need to target audience and establish a strong presence in the community, so that in today's scenario, marketing, sales, they have, these are common terms nowadays. So how your brand, you are going to make it successful, it is only possible through marketing. And for that, your logo, what colors you are choosing, what crafting a compelling tagline, what you are giving to your school, so that all these things become part of your marketing. Social media, traditional advertisement, digital marketing, these are few things which you need to focus. Then when I say digital marketing, which means the website what you are prepared, social media what you are using, uh, website you have made, search engine optimization, email marketing, then pay per click marketing or advertisement, online directories, social media platforms are there like FB, WhatsApp, Instagram. All these things are there, but you have to make use continuously, so that uh, you become successful when you are planning to open a school. So traditional advertisement is one, that is the print media, pamphlets you are making, newsletters you are making, community magazines are there, then mall direct mails can be sent to people. You find that they can open preschools, or they can admit the wards in your school. So community engagement, some programs with the community can definitely be done, so that they come to know that what is your USP of the preschool. And then referral programs are one which would encourage word of mouth marketing, which will help you to uh, connect with the parents directly of smaller kids. And certain incentives can be given to those new families or children, and then the number would definitely be increased. Enrollment and admissions, you must give them some critical steps are there for that too, for establishing this enrollment and admission, some clear admission procedures, criteria, creating enrollment forms, creating determining your tuition fee, which should be compared with the preschools already existing in your location where you are thinking to open. All these things need to be done. Admission procedure and criteria, clear and transparent policies should be there, which is very very important. Then eligibility criteria, which can be considered to the qualification, age requirement, other prerequisite relevant to your institution's program. because in some cases there are that the parents need to uh, you are focus targeting to a particular kind of clientage, and that ways you have to. And then when I say application process, whether it should be user friendly, it should be like client friendly, so that it is not cumbersome. And whenever they are filling that form or that application form for admission of their vote, it has to have a clear cut information, and typical involves an application form and collects essential information and structure everything what is required in that application form. Is that enrollment forms are something which gives the personal details, academic records, emergency contact numbers, health information, consent forms, all these are there. Then above all, implement robust data security measures to protect the sensitive information collect through enrollment forms, because in case of emergencies, in case you need to uh, connect the parents at that particular time, you need to uh, look at it too. So financial management is again very important, that what would be your startup cost, maybe rent, renovation, construction cost, licensing and permits, furniture, learning material, toys, teaching aids, marketing and advertisement costs, liability insurance and property insurance, legal and consulting fees, administrative costs, taxes, all these things are to be considered. And if I talk that investment which is required to start a preschool, it ranges up to, I mean, it is somewhere on an average from 5 lakhs to 30 lakhs INR. So in between there, you are able to open a school, because this preschool, and it is only if you have the infrastructure, you have certain infrastructure where you can make them classrooms and you are able to do it, then 5 to 30. It is not that you need to own that property, but if you are already, you can have that property on a rent, and then you can start a preschool there. So health and safety are a very very important aspects. As I have said you, that one needs to ensure the safety and health and safety of a child, security of a child. We need to uh, already train the faculty members, that how they are going to train the teachers, how they're going to train the students as far as hygiene and safety is concerned. Then children child proof the premises to prevent accidents, conduct regular safety inspections, emergency response plans. All these things are to be continuously done. Food safety is to be considered, because in today's scenario, children love to have junk food. So all these things can be avoided. It is only by creating awareness among the children, among the parents, and then maintain proper child to staff ratios, communicate openly with the parents about the safety measures and incidents. So I would say that starting a preschool in India, uh, earlier it was not a problem. Who had a dream, he would maybe he or she started in a room or two, but nowadays we need to take care. Certain infra guidelines are to be followed, certain licensing is to be taken by the government, and then we can start. If I talk about the just our kids, our characteristics that we focus, I mean, the branding is done through school dress, school bag, water bottle brands, AC classrooms we are having, AV theater we are having. The curriculum is designed, it is a hybrid kind of designing curriculum. Hybrid lesson plans are given, environment is very friendly, mission I have already talked. So in just Lark Minds, we have three kind of models, and we believe that nurturing young minds for learning revolutions, which is the need of the hour, and we believe that every child is unique, and we can only nurture them as per. We should always nurture them as per their interest and potential. So for this. We are giving franchisee to the people who are interested in opening preschools. We'll be guiding them all the way. And we have three models: studio model, premium model, and super premium model. And it is high, low investment and high profits. End to end support is given. The curriculum is something which is nationally accepted, and it is internationally accepted and aligned to the national curriculum. Abacus and Vedic maths are part of our curriculum. Professional guidelines is a continuous process. So when we say that super premium model, it is the best. We all believe that boost your kids' imagination and spirit. Doing by learning is one way where they can learn the best and the foundations can be made strong. The schools are either early kindergarten or they range from nursery to grade 2. So, just in my conclusion, I would say that starting a preschool in India can be a fulfilling journey that requires careful planning, dedication, and adherence to legal regulations. To simplify the legal aspects of setting up your preschool, consider getting in touch with our experts at the Slack Minds. They can guide you through the complexities of business registrations, GST, and trademark registrations. So we try recover fixed investment in 1 year, so that loss is obviously not much. It usually takes 1.5 or 2 years instead of 1 year to establish business and take the. It is all right, but at the end, I would say that it is based on 54 students. But if you are able to admit 100 students and in just large kids, the thing is that we are we say that if you invest 27, 25 to 30 lakhs, the earnings after 100 students would be somewhere 12 lakhs to 14 lakhs. So it is a good opportunity for people who really want to uh, open a preschool. They can be successful if they take sport of just like kids, just like minds. And thank you very much, all of you. Thank you. Is someone there? So any questions? So I would just say that give you some more information regarding our brand. That our brand is like just Lark Minds. We have our uh, more of that. It was like people who are already academicians. We have a team in just Lark Minds. We have Dr. MVV Prasadarao, former director CBSE, as our chief advisor. We have our educational advisor, Mr. Javed Khatib Iqbalji, who was a joint director with the Jammu State Board. We have with us many people from uh, different parts of the country who are there to give suggestions so that we always keep improving our curriculum and we lay strong foundation for the kids. So so technology, if I say, is playing a vital role in the education, even not only for the in the preschool or the foundational stage, but for other children also. So in case you want to open a preschool, I'm taking this opportunity uh, that if you want any kind of sport, you can always connect with just Lark Minds Private Limited. We have given this name because just Lark means it's an amalgamated word, which means a genius one, and mind because the pedagogy is based upon the mind of the child. So in case you want to open a preschool, you can definitely connect with us, or you can connect with the number I'm just mentioning. It is 884764 1199. So in case you think that you want to open, we can always be there at your service, and you can always connect us. So I am just showing you this slide so that you can uh, just jot down the name of the company here at below. Just Lark Minds Private Limited we have written, and the number is given to you. You can always connect to us at any time. So three models we are already giving, which we I have mentioned, and we are opening schools in India, in Dubai, in Nepal, and almost all across the nation, all across the world. We are looking for investors who can open our schools. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for a rich content presentation which can impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was our only intention. Learn and grow together, IGP knowledge seeker. Once again, thank you so much, ma'am, for your presentation. Now, ma'am, it's time for our question answer session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable ma'am, please stay with us. After a short video, we will back in our session part 2, which is the question answer part. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Welcome back, ma'am. Welcome back to our participant. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Ma'am, our first question is from Kingway. Ma'am Jaswinder, what is the age of the preschool in India? In Kenya, it's 4 to 6 years.
Yeah, we have from 3 to 6 years. 3 to 6 years.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for your answer, ma'am. There is no more questions from our participants. So once again, thank you so much, ma'am, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topic. It will add some value to our
Thank
day-to-day
you.
activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable ma'am,
Yes.
hope to see you again with a new topic and a new date. Thank you, ma'am. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All the best to you once again.
Welcome, ma'am. Honorable ma'am, before we move to the next, if you want to leave this studio, you can.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Dear IGP knowledge is time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. Dear IGP knowledge is time for the webinar certification process, the most attractive and powerful part of our regular webinar. After a short video, we will start our webinar certification. After webinar certification, we have an online quiz competition and quiz certification. schools, visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a running session and get enrolled. After watching completing part 1, move to the next visual learning test, passing mark 80%. If passed, back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed to retake the course, download your certificate in PDF or CPT. For your attention, I'm going to share the procedure again. Visit www.eduigp.com. Please make sure your presence on our website. Find a running session and get enrolled. After watching completing part 1, move to the next visual learning test, passing mark 80%. If passed, back to the course again to download your certificate. If failed to retake the quiz, download your certificate in PDF or CPT. Dear IGP Knowledge, it's time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. We change a few processes for online quiz competition. Note that after live, no one can participate. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Visit www.eduigp.com and sign up or sign in. Without this, you cannot join live quiz competition anymore. Browse the live quiz button or given link, find the session name and join with your logged website or user account. Click join and wait for a few minutes for others to join and enjoy an online live quiz competition. After the quiz, we will issue certificate for top 10 as previously, which you can find on official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. After a short video, we will start our procedure. With 17 people, we are going to start our quiz session right now. First question is one, a bed and breakfast in your home. This requires planning permission. Is it true or false? Option 1 is the right answer. 82% people are right here. Second question is, in interview includes an opening, information collection, planning, blaming, and a closing. Is it true or false? Option 2 is the right answer. 54% people are right here. Next question is, dash to talk about planning and preparation. Dash will be about opening your presentation. Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 2 is the right answer. 71% people are right here. Our next question is, a florist is planning a grand opening and wants to include picture for the newspaper and writing a news release. This is option 1, personal selling. Option 2, publicity. Option 2 is the right answer and 56% people are right here. Next question is, a FAA facility that provides pilot with weather briefings and pilot planning, opening and closure. Is it option 1 or option 2? Option 2 is the right answer. 100% people are right here. Next question is, it is also the direct in conversation and planning in further contrast to the opening sense. Is it option 1 or option 2? Option one, two is the right answer. One is the right answer. 86% people are right. Our next question is: in lesson planning, instructor can customize the icebreaker and opening activities. It true or false? Option one is the right answer. 94% people are right here. Our next question is: what is the term that means and planning and creating of buildings? Is it option one or option two? Option one is the right answer. 100% people are right here. Second last question of the session is: Odysseus and his men almost make it home before opening a bag of wine given to them by. Is it option one or option two? Option two is the right answer. 71% people are right here. Last and final question of the session is: in the news which streaming service is planning on opening a brick and mortar store. Is it option one or option two? Option 2 is the right answer. 31% people are right here. Congratulations to our online quiz competition in top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition in top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition winner top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. At the end of our session, we can say, properly feed your skill. Never stop learning. Cause life never stop teaching us. Be happy, stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to a goal, not people or things, Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the like button, I can also thank all our GP knowledge seekers for your active participation as always. See you again in the next session. Thank you.